Here's the lie they sold you. If your product is good, it'll sell itself. Bullshit. I've watched $1,000 courses with world-class content die in silence. I've seen mediocre programs with basic information scale to 7 figures. The difference, it is not what you think. MIT Sloan found that companies were careful to listen to their customers, but their products still failed anyways. You're obsessing over the wrong thing. While you're perfecting Module 6, your students are ghosting you after week 2. While you're rebranding your logo, your backend is bleeding trust. The brutal truth is that your offer isn't the problem, your infrastructure is. Picture this, you finally hit that magical 50K a month. You're celebrating, you think you've made it, and then the chaos starts. Support tickets start flooding in, students can't find their materials, and your onboarding email sequence has 3 broken links. Half your community doesn't know where to start, and the other half started but disappeared. So what do? You hire a customer success manager, then another. Then you're spending $8K a month on support staff for a $30K a month business. MIT research tracking 9,000 new products found that only 40% were still being sold 3 years later. Sound familiar, right? You're not scaling a business, you're scaling chaos. Here is what nobody tells you about info products. Success without systems is just delayed failure. Think about it. Every month, you're manually onboarding new students. Every week, you're answering the same question again and again, and every day, you're putting out fires that could have been easily prevented. You're not building a business. You're building a very expensive hobby that happens to make money. Clayton Christensen's research shows that nearly 30,000 new products are introduced each year, and 95% of them fail. This is success without systems in action. Your early wins make you overconfident. You think you can handle more volume with the same broken processes, when in reality, you can't. Let me paint you a picture of what's really happening behind closed doors. On day 1, when new students buy your course, they're excited, they're motivated, and they believe in you. On day 3, they can't log into the platform or they email support and there is no response. And on day 7, they finally get access, the modules are scattered, there's 100 hours worth of things to watch, no clear path, no momentum. And on day 14, they've watched 2 videos, confused as hell, losing faith, and by day 30, they silently cancel with no dramatic email, no complaint, and they just disappear. That's in the best case scenario. Or they charge back, hit you with a refund, and you get bad rep for your product. McKinsey found that more than half of all products launches fail to hit their business targets. This is your real competition, not other courses, not other coaches. Disappointment. You're competing against the voice in their head that says this was a waste of money. But here's the kicker. You think you're in the education business when in reality, you're not. You're in the transformation business. And transformation requires momentum. And momentum requires systems. Your students don't buy information. They buy the belief that they can change. And every broken link or every bit of missing information chips away at that belief. Every unanswered question plants doubt, and every confusing step kills momentum. Your course platform isn't just a delivery mechanism. It's a trust-building machine or a trust-destroying machine, and there is no middle ground. Here is what's really killing your business. Silent dissatisfaction. You think no complaints means everything is fine when you're dead wrong. Research reveals that only 4% of dissatisfied customers will actually tell you that they're unhappy. Let that sink in. For every complaint you receive, there are 24 students who hate their experience, but they say nothing. They just disappear, and before they go, they tell 15 people about how disappointed they are. This is the refund spiral in action. One bad experience doesn't just lose you one customer. It destroys your reputation with everyone they know. Studies show that 96% of dissatisfied customers don't complain. They just share their experiences with 9 to 15 people. Here is the brutal math of broken systems. One student has a terrible onboarding experience. They don't complain, they just tell their friends. Those friends tell their friends, and those friends tell their friends. And your reputation crumbles in silence. And here's the kicker. It takes 40 positive experiences to undo the damage from just one negative review. This is exactly why scaling without systems is business suicide. Every broken link, every delayed response, every confusing step, each one is is a reputation bomb waiting to explode. Forbes found that 85% of products fail because companies don't test before investing and lack of proper customer feedback loops. Here's the hard truth about why info products really fail. It's not market saturation, it's not ad costs, it's not competition. It's the gap between promise and delivery. And that gap is filled with broken systems. You promise transformation in 90 days, but your onboarding takes 9 days to complete. You promise step-by-step guidance, but your modules have no logical flow. You promise support, but support takes 40 hours to respond. Every broken promise is a refund waiting to happen. And every system failure is trust being destroyed. Every frustrated person is a bad review spreading to 15 people. You want to know what separates the 1% that succeed from the 99% that fail? The 1% builds engines, and the 99% build monuments. The 99% focus on making their course or their marketing perfect, when the 1% focus on making their delivery seamless. The 99% adds more content, the 1% removes more friction. The 99% scales their offer, the 1% scales their operations. Your competition isn't other courses, it's confusion, frustration, broken promises. Beat those and you win. Here's your wake-up call. Right now, someone is joining your program excited to change their life. In 30 days, they'll either be transformed or disappointed. That outcome isn't determined by your course. It's determined by what happens in the first 5 minutes after they buy. Can they access everything immediately? Do they know exactly what to do first? Does momentum build from day one, or do they sit in confusion, slowly losing faith? Remember, 96% of unhappy customers won't tell you they're unhappy. They'll just disappear and take 15 potential customers with them. Your first impression isn't your marketing, it's your fulfillment. And most of you are making terrible first impressions. So here's your choice. Keep perfecting your offer while your backend bleeds trust. Keep adding more courses while your students disappear. Keep hiring more support staff while your systems create more problems. Or just wake up. Realize that you're not in the course business. You're in the momentum business. And momentum comes from systems, not webinars and live calls. Stop trying to out-content your competition. Out-system them instead. Because here's the truth they don't want you to know. The best info product with broken fulfillment will lose to a mediocre info product with seamless delivery every single time. Your students don't remember your modules. They remember how you made them feel. And broken systems make them feel frustrated, confused, and regretful. Fix your backend, scale your systems, or stay stuck babysitting a time bomb. The choice is yours, but choose fast, because while you're perfecting Module 7, your competition is perfecting their onboarding. And remember, it takes 40 positive experience to undo one negative one. Don't create negative ones in the first place, because that's why 99% of info products fail. I know I make it seem like it's the end of the world and I'm just giving you a bunch of problems with very little solutions. But if you want to know all the answers and the solutions to everything I talked about today, make sure you subscribe, and I'll be dropping it in the next couple weeks.